In the underbrush, there's a cat on the prowl, and every creature in the forest is on the alert. They say a cat has 9 lives. Maybe not, but this guy has almost as many names. Mountain lion, puma, panther, cougar. By any name, pound for pound, it's one of the most powerful of all the big cats, and one of the largest predators in North America. Cougars can live in forests, deserts, or swamps. Curiosity won't kill this cat, but it makes us want to know more and more. Match the cunning of the cougar. Audubon's Animal Adventures is in hot pursuit. The Sierra Nevada mountains of California. These majestic peaks are a gateway to the American wilderness. Lots of folks are moving to places like this to enjoy the incredible scenery. But when humans venture off the beaten path, they aren't alone. Not far away, another community is thriving. One that's been here far longer than ours. These cats live in many different regions, and that's why they have all those names. Mountain lions, pumas, panthers, and cougars. To biologists, they are Felis concolor, the cat of one color. Along these cliffs, a new generation is emerging. It's an event few people have ever witnessed. The spots on these cubs serve as camouflage in case they wander off. They'll disappear as the cats grow up. Putting their best paw forward, they love to climb, to explore, to prowl. Not so fast, pal. Their mother makes sure they don't stray too far. Jaws powerful enough to bring down prey twice the cougar's size turn gentle when it's time for the kids to get back to the den. It's gonna be a while before these kittens learn their mother's skills of survival. The cougar once had a range larger than any other land animal in the Americas, from southwestern Canada, throughout the United States, all the way down to the tip of South America. The cougar only purrs and hisses, like a group of smaller cats that are its cousins. The ocelot, about half the length and a quarter the weight of the cougar. Good spots. It roams the tropical rainforests, along with a smaller cat called the margay. Even smaller, the bobcat, with its short, bobbed tail. It lives throughout North America. Then there's the lynx, a long-legged feline with black tufts of hair around its ears. Its home is in North America's snowy stretches, as well as Europe and Asia. A captive cougar, as well as a lynx, are members of a teaching menagerie taken care of by Steve Carlin. 500,000 kids meet these cats every year. point out that these are no tame tabbies.
People would see me petting this cat and immediately think, oh, anybody can come in here and do this. But they don't realize that their house cat has been domesticated for 12,000 years. These wild animals do not see, smell, hear, taste, or think the way we do. They actually live in a different world. Everything that they're seeing and hearing and smelling is quite different than what we do, and especially their thought process. They don't think the way we do. They have different rules than we do, and definitely different rules than our dogs and cats, because our pet dogs and cats learn our rules.
Steve's based in California, in Pacifica, just south of San Francisco, and he has a lot of fans. That's because he knows just about everything about local wildlife, including cougars, known around these parts as mountain lions. Class is outside today. Steve carefully guides kids through cougar country so they can learn firsthand about the lifestyle and habits of these animals.
Okay, this is a good spot to take a look. It's muddy on the ground, so you might be able to see some animal tracks. It's the best time to find out what animals live in an area right after it rains, because it's kind of muddy on the ground, and when animals walk by, you can see the tracks very well. But
very few people ever see a mountain lion in the wild, or even the signs of one. But mountain lions can be dangerous, and they do scare people. Steve preaches caution, but also respect.
Mountain lions are not running around trying to eat people all the time, and they're not tame pets either. They're something else. They're quite a bit different than us. But in some ways, they're very similar. They need food, water, shelter, and space, just like we do. Can you imagine a mountain lion finding a mate in the wilderness area? That is extremely hard. In fact, some biologists believe that mountain lions spend most of their time, males, looking for a female.
By and large, cougars are loners.
Let's walk over here and I'll show you.
When it comes time to look for a mate, shy males leave an unusual message. Their calling card? The individual scent contained in droppings. Hey, whatever works for you.
Okay, who wants to be the male mountain lion? How about you? Here are your claws. What a male mountain lion does, they get on the ground and use those to scratch, make a big scratch mark, and put all that stuff into a pile. Now, how many of you girls would look at that, smell it, and go, I want to marry this guy?
Are we going to see a wild mountain lion today up in these hills?
Well, we're not going to see one coming out of the hills, because even if they're right up there, they're very, very shy. But we will see a captive mountain lion later.
Got the mountain lion jitters? It's always smart to be careful, but don't panic. If you ever cross paths with one, odds are you wouldn't even know it. Its tawny coat blends in perfectly with the surroundings. Maybe a fleeting glimpse. A flash of fur with a rustle of leaves. That's it. For all their stealth, cougars are big beasts. Up to 200 pounds of sheer muscle, and as long as 7 feet from head to tail. They're also incredibly graceful, with intense powers of concentration. They see color poorly, but their night vision is 6 times keener than ours, all the better to hone in on prey in the dark. Deer, their main source of food, know this, and try to stand as still as a leaf. The cougar's every fiber is fine-tuned to detect the slightest movement. It stalks, drawing as close as it can. Then the sprint, a blur in the brush. One study found that wild cougars successfully make kills on 8 out of 10 attempts. That's what legends are made of. Just ask any sports fan. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a football team is all muscle and drive. That's why the University of Houston calls its team the Cougars. And basketball players, fast and agile, right? Like the University of Pittsburgh Panthers. The Cougars were getting people excited long before college hoops came along. In South America, the ancient Incas worshipped the cougar as a god and bestowed the name Puma on their most powerful families. In North America, the Apaches considered the big cat's wail an omen of death, while the Navajos relied on cougar spirits to deliver healing herbs. The Lumi Indians of the Pacific Northwest told of a mythical female cougar that guarded a cave holding a tribe's treasure. The chief's greedy son tried to take the loot and mistakenly slew the female's cub. The mother killed him and sprang into the forest. Sparks flew when she scratched a tree in a rage of anger. Now, legend has it, every August, the great fire cat ignites the woodlands.